Breaking. Princess Leonor's wedding in Denmark shocks the royals. Spain thought it was ready. Europe thought it was prepared. But nothing could have anticipated what just happened in Denmark. Princess Leonor, Spain's future queen, has done the unthinkable, and the royal world is reeling. The fairy tale no one saw coming has become a global shockwave. The future queen of Spain has just married in Denmark, and this single moment has changed everything. It began quietly. A diplomatic visit, a royal friendship, a shared duty between two heirs, Princess Leonor of Spain and Prince Christian of Denmark. Both born into duty, both bound by tradition, both shaped by the weight of crowns waiting for them. But behind the palace smiles and state dinners, a love story was unfolding that neither kingdom could control. Their connection, at first formal and respectful, deepened over time into something powerful, undeniable, and dangerous, because it crossed royal borders, expectations, and centuries of unspoken rules. At first, it was dismissed as rumor. Tabloids speculated, royal commentators denied, yet the quiet gestures, the exchanged glances, the synchronized appearances, the subtle matching jewelry, told a story words could not. Then came the photographs. A fleeting image of Princess Leonor in Copenhagen during what was called a private royal engagement. No official reason, no detailed itinerary, just her, walking beside Denmark's future king, smiling in a way the world hadn't seen before. For weeks, speculation swirled. Could it be? Would two of Europe's most powerful young royals unite by marriage? And now, the answer is clear. It happened. It's real. And it has sent shockwaves through both royal families. The wedding took place in Denmark's historic Frederiksberg Palace, a setting symbolic of unity and old-world grandeur. The ceremony was intimate but majestic. Only a select few European royals attended, with tight security and near-total secrecy. Invitations were handwritten, sealed with both royal crests, Spain's golden crown and Denmark's white cross on red. When Leonor arrived, in a gown of Spanish silk and Danish lace, the air itself seemed to still. The cathedral bells rang not for politics, but for love. As she walked down the aisle, her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia, looked on, pride and emotion written across their faces. Yet even in that beauty, there was tension. Not everyone was smiling. Behind the ceremony's grace lies months of turmoil. In Madrid, palace aides scrambled to manage the news before it broke. The Spanish media was kept in the dark. In Copenhagen, advisors worried how this sudden union would affect Denmark's succession and its independence. Because this wasn't just any marriage. This was the merging of two thrones. Two bloodlines. Two nations, each with centuries of royal identity. The Spanish government, reportedly blindsided, has already convened emergency meetings to discuss what this means constitutionally. Can a reigning queen of Spain also be queen consort of Denmark? What happens to state duties, citizenship, and allegiance? No one has answers. Even within the royal family, opinions are divided. Queen Letizia, who once broke barriers as a commoner marrying a future king, reportedly defended her daughter's choice, telling close friends, "Love is not a scandal. It's destiny." But King Felipe, the cautious and diplomatic monarch, faced the hardest decision of his reign, whether to bless the union or resist it. According to insiders, he hesitated for months, torn between fatherly love and the survival of his dynasty. Yet Leonor, just like her mother, stood firm. She reminded her father that he, too, once defied tradition for love. That her marriage was not rebellion, but continuation, a new generation rewriting what monarchy means. And so, after intense private discussions between the two royal courts, the impossible was approved. On a crisp Danish morning, Leonor and Christian stood before their families, their nations, and their futures. The ceremony, though royal in grandeur, felt deeply human, two young people, caught between duty and emotion, choosing each other against all odds. As the archbishop declared them husband and wife, cameras captured the exact moment that history shifted. The Spanish princess didn't just become a royal bride. She became a symbol of transformation. But make no mistake, this love story comes with consequences. In Spain, monarchists fear that Leonor's heart could pull her loyalty northward. Will her life now belong to Denmark or to Spain? Can one woman serve two thrones? Meanwhile in Denmark, whispers of unease spread among traditionalists who believe the union may blur their national identity. Is this the rise of a new European monarchy, or the beginning of royal confusion? And beyond politics, there's the quiet human question: can love truly survive the weight of two crowns? Still, for the crowds that lined Copenhagen's streets, waving both Danish and Spanish flags, none of that mattered. They saw something bigger: hope. A reminder that even the most powerful families on earth are still guided by something as simple, as pure, and as uncontrollable as love. When Leonor and Christian stepped out onto the palace balcony, hand in hand, the crowd erupted. The cheers, the tears, the sea of color, red, yellow, white, and gold, felt like the birth of a new era. For the first time in centuries, two royal dynasties weren't united by treaties or wars, but by choice. Queen Letizia and Queen Mary embraced. King Felipe shook hands with Crown Prince Frederick, a symbolic gesture sealing the alliance not just between monarchies but between families. Even the European press, usually cynical, called it the wedding that changed everything. Yet as with every royal revolution, the honeymoon may not last forever. Experts predict this marriage will reshape the balance of royal power across Europe. Will future children of Leonor and Christian inherit dual royal destinies? Could we one day see a monarch who reigns across both Spain and Denmark? For now, Leonor remains steadfast. She has vowed to continue her Spanish royal duties, dividing her time between Madrid and Copenhagen, a delicate dance between love and legacy. Her wedding speech, broadcast to millions, was calm yet powerful. With her new husband beside her, she said, "We are not here to divide our nations, but to bring them closer. My heart belongs to Spain, my love to Denmark, and my duty to both." Those words struck deep. They revealed a princess not abandoning her roots, but expanding them. Not breaking history, but bending it into something new. It's the kind of statement only a future queen could make. The aftermath, however, is still unfolding. Spanish tabloids are in overdrive. Royal watchers dissect every photo, every movement, every smile. Danish commentators debate whether this marks a renaissance or a risk. And inside palace walls, the old guard worries. Because when a royal marriage becomes a global phenomenon, control begins to slip from the hands of those who have always held it. But maybe that's exactly what the new generation of royals wants, to be seen as human before being seen as royal. Leonor's Denmark wedding has shattered expectations. It's more than love. It's evolution. It's history turning a new page before our eyes. And as Europe's two crowns now share a single heartbeat, one truth stands above all. The royal world will never be the same again. Because what happened in Denmark isn't just a wedding, it's the beginning of a new royal era, written not by protocol but by passion. Princess Leonor's love story has become a royal revolution, and the echoes of it will be felt for generations to come.